So welcome back to the live stream. My name is Abatan Sheriffdeen, and welcome back to Excel Ireland. Welcome to day 69 learning streak. Basically, I've been trying to upskill myself in the data analyst in the data analyst tech industry or the data analyst industry with the resources on the Datacamp platform, and I've been consistently doing that and showing up every day for the past 69 days. Today is day 69. Throughout the journey, I had a couple of challenges where my laptop had froze, I had burnout, so I had to take a break. But the whole idea, the whole objective is to build a learning habit and a consistency habit, a showing up attitude, no matter what, even if it is allowed to take a break. So I've been doing that so far, so good, and I've been able to achieve the 69 learning streak. So I'm currently using the resources of the Datacamp platform. I'm on the career track data analyst in SQL. I'm currently a top rated plus freelancer and data analyst on the Upwork platform. So I decided to go on a learning spree and upskill myself in SQL, Power BI, and Python. I kind of use Excel to work every day. So almost every day I learn new stuff in Excel and upskill myself also while also what learning and trying to survive the freelancing world, and make some cool cash just to on my learning journey. You get the idea now. So if I finish this data analyst in SQL career track, the goal is to start the data analyst in Power BI career track also. So you may want to subscribe right now, hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to know whenever I go live or drop a new content. So far so good. I'm on the data-driven decision making in SQL course. If you go to the track record there, career tracks section on the Datacamp platform, I'm on the data analysis career track, and I've been able to achieve 77% completion rate. So after that, I'm moving to the data analyst in Power BI career track. Also taking a certification in the data analyst in SQL, building a lot of portfolios also. I'll also be sharing that journey, also live streaming that part also. But continue on this career track. So the career track contains 11 courses. So I've been able to achieve, I'm on the 9th courses, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, I'm on the 9th course. I've completed 2 chapters in this section. We have 2 more chapters to go. Then the 10th course, the 11th course, then the final project. I can't wait to get to that stage. So I'll just go back and continue from where I stopped yesterday, which is day 68. So before I continue clicking on this data-driven decision making, as I said earlier, I'm a top rated plus freelance data analyst. I'm currently a full-time freelancer, and that's due to the influence and the mentorship of a coach. So his name is Ben Gadibi. And if you're looking to start your own freelancing career, also you want to run a successful freelancing business, I'll encourage you to check out a course by my coach Ben Gadibi. So the name of the course is the Freelance Client Magnet course, and I'll leave a link to the course under the YouTube description. Do make sure to check it out. You have access to a lot of freebies, and you have access to a community of freelancers who are trying to also upskill themselves or start a freelancing business where they share tips and knowledge how they've been able to achieve success in the freelancing space with a lot of competition and a lot of spaces, a lot of opportunities also. So I'll see you in the community. I'll leave a link to the course in the YouTube description. So let's go back to where we are. So this is chapter 3 of the course. So I've been able to complete chapter 1, chapter 2. If you want to watch that, I'll encourage you to go back to the 60 days period where I started this part of the course. So let's continue this chapter. So usually I like to download the slides and follow the instructor along, so I can always go back to the slide and reference it for where I'll face some technicalities or challenges. So I'll just download the slide immediately, and I'll open up the slide on my second screen here. a minute. So let's learn. Let's learn about nested query. Probably this is also called subquery.
So far, we only used subqueries which appear in the from clause. Now, we will introduce a new type of subqueries called a nested query. A nested query is a query where a complete select block appears in the where clause or the having clause of another query. This inner block or subquery is typically executed first by the query optimizer. It can have single or multiple values as a result, which are used by the outer query. Let's first have a look at a nested query with multiple values in the inner block. We would like to know which customers were really disappointed by a movie they watched. Let's say a rating smaller than or equal to 3 shows that a customer really didn't like the movie. We use select distinct customer ID, since we don't want a customer listed several times if he or she rated several movies with 3 or lower. From the table renting, we can extract only the list of customer IDs. So what can be done if we want to know the names of the customers? We could use now the result from the inner query to select the names of the customers with the corresponding IDs in the where clause. Of course, it is very impractical to copy the results from one query to another. Instead, we can solve the problem in a single query by using the inner query directly in the where clause of the outer query. In the outer query, we select all names of customers whose customer ID is in the result table of the inner query. Note that you need to use in this where clause since the inner query returns multiple values. As a result, we obtain the names of all customers who gave a rating of 3 or lower. Next, we will see how the subquery can appear in the having clause of the outer query. We select the earliest date when an account was created by a customer from Austria. The result is a single value. In the outer query, we group the customer data by country and list the country names and the earliest date when an account was created in this country. In the having clause, we use the restriction to report only countries where the date of the first account is smaller than the result from the inner query. Which is the date of the first account created in Austria. We get a list of countries and dates where account. Next, we will see how the subquery can appear in the having clause of the outer query. We select the earliest date when an account was created by a customer from Austria. The result is a single value. In the outer query, we group the customer data by country and list the country names and the earliest date when an account was created in this country. In the having clause, we use the restriction to report only countries where the date of the first account is smaller than the result from the inner query, which is the date of the first account created in Austria. We get a list of countries and dates where accounts were created earlier than in Austria. Here we go back to nested queries in the where clause. It is possible to have several levels of nesting. Let's start with the lowest level inner block. There we select the movie ID of the movie Ray. This is a single value.
Okay.
On the next level, we select the actor ID of actors who play in the movie with ID equal to the result from the lowest level inner block.
Okay.
This list of actor IDs is used in the outer query where the name of the actors is reported with actor ID in the result of the inner query. Now it's your turn to use nested queries.
There's a lot of levels, a lot of lot of patience you need to have there by using nested subqueries. Often rented movies. So your manager wants you to make a list of movies, excluding those which are hardly ever watched. This list of movies will be used for the advertising. So list all movies with more than 5 views using a nested query, which is a powerful tool to implement selection conditions. Okay, first we need to select the movie ID with more than 5 reviews. Then if you have those ID, you can use the ID in an outer query to return the name of the movies. That's cool. Like, yeah, that is amazing. Select all movies IDs which have more than 5 views. So you can say movie ID, within the movie ID. Remember, select all movie ID. You can just say, just copy that. Probably from renting. Where are we getting our ratings? Okay, reviews are from here. So the movie IDs will be from this place. Then the names of the movie will be from here. Oh, cool. Movie ID from renting. Definitely where movie ID with more than movie IDs. Select all movie IDs which have more than 5 views. The 5 views will be from here. Rating. What are we using to determine the views? Probably movie ID, renting ID, customer ID, the movie ID, the rating. Let's see. Now, the challenge is what are we going to use to quantify the views? That is challenge. What are we going to use to quantify a view? Runtime. No, we can't use the runtime. We definitely can't use the renting price here. With more than 5 views. I'll probably be selecting distinct movie ID. Let's see. Since we have multiple instances of movie ID here. Okay. Distinct movie ID from renting. Where the movie ID, you can see where the movie ID I'm looking for a way to quantify the view. So I'm thinking more than 5 views. You can see where the rating So where rating is greater than 5, we're using rating as view. We'll get the ID, the distinct record of those ID. For that is what we'll be using as views. The first entry, where is the United code? Oh, let's take a hint. Hold up. I see we're going to use goodbye and having plus. And we're going to be counting. We're definitely going to be counting. We count the movie ID. Okay. Let's see that. This is a funny challenge. If you say count, let me press the code here. I'm only having one stuff here. If I say select movie ID, group by what? If you are grouping by the movie ID, then what are we returning there? It's more than 5 views. Group by movie ID, then having the count star greater than more than 5, greater than 5. So let's see that. So that should do this. So just counting the movie ID, the number of times the movie was actually rented. So that means it has more than 5 views, probably more customers view the movie. Okay, I'm missing a comma there. Let's run that again. Aha. So these are the movie ID that have more than what? 5 rentals or 5 views. So that's a pretty simple way to count them. Let me submit that and see if that is what it wants. But that is not fair because the code they were dropping here, the code editor they dropped here wasn't even complete. They just dropped few code editor. Probably they want me to figure that out. So I'm going to group by movie ID and having counts greater than 5. So we're going to see those movies with more than 5 views. That's interesting. Let's submit that. Now, from there, I'm going to select star from movies, where movie ID in. Now, select all information about movies with more than 5 views. So, you don't even need to join. You're not even joining here. But the cool thing is that this outer query here is from the renting table. So, since the renting table is in the same database, okay, let's see. That'll be where movie ID, movie underscore ID in this ID here. Let's run the code and see. Aha. And this kind of much more interesting than joins. These two tables Only what they have in common. They have movie ID in common. Movie ID here. Movie ID here. That's eliminate joining clause. Joining. And that's interesting. The movie ID, the title, time, year. So these are our results query for those movie with more than what? 5. Let's see, they're just 58 records. And that's correct. Now let's take it a little bit further. So now we want to list all customer information for customer who rented more than 10 movies. List the customer information for customers who rented more than 10 movies. So, but we need to see the customer with more than 10 movies. So how do we do that? We're probably going to count from the renting where the customer go by customer ID. We're going to count the number of customers, and we're going to list the customer IDs and number of movies they've actually rented from our movie now company. So I just say select the customer ID. Since we're having a group by here, we're actually going to select the customer ID first. Select the customer ID, comma. Then we're definitely going to be counting the rows there. From renting, go by customer ID, where customer ID is having more than 10 movies. So having clause there, having count star greater than 10. If I should run this little subquery here or inner query here, let's see. You should have this customer ID and their movie count. This customer ID actually rented 10 movies. This rented, customer rented 11, 15. Now with this inner or nested query, we're going to join it to the what? To the customer table here and get the names or even the customer information. Since the customer ID here is common to both table here. That's like eliminating joins. So you can see where customer ID from here. Probably the customer IDs, they are both in the same table. Customer ID. So where customer ID in. So customer ID is in this customer ID here. So if you submit that, let's run the whole code right now. We're going to get the information. Ooh, hold up. Something is wrong. Subquery. Oh, but subquery in the where clause. Oh, there's a rule to using subquery. When we use subquery in the where clause, it should only return. So this subquery is expected to return only one column. Only one column in the where clause. But I kind of used it in the other. But let me go back real quick. Let's go back here. Let's see what we did here. Okay, this from this movie ID here. Oh, we only return a single column here, movie ID. So that is why I need to return just one single column there. I hope you understand that. Continue. I'm expected to return only a customer ID column here. Even if I'm going to be using having count star. Let's see. So how do I escape? Let me refresh the code. Select all customers. So in this inner query here, we need to return only the customer ID, only one column. If you are using a subquery in the where clause, we're going to say select customer ID. from renting, group by customer ID, having. That's not fair. I'm thinking if I'm going to be using having self, having count. Sorry, let me see if it's going to work. I doubt it is going to work. I've never thought of this before. Even if I'm not mentioning count star, this count star in my select statement, I want to see if it is going to work. Always learn something new every day. If I run that, whoa, it worked. I've never thought of this before. Like, I've always believed that even if you're going to be filtering on the where clause, the column you're going to be filtering by must be mentioned in your select statement. I've never ever thought about this before. This is the first time I'll be using this. So it's not compulsory. I even mentioned the filtering column in my select clause, and that is going to work. That is amazing. It is a game changer. You can now say, okay, where the customer ID in this nested subquery or the query here. So it's going to be looking at this customer ID from here and returning all their records for us from the customer table here. If I run that code now, and it's worked. So that's pretty interesting. And let's submit that. And we got it. That's quite easy there. Oh, one last one. They calculate, it says movies. So movies with rating above average. Movies with rating above the average. So we need to get the average rating first from the rating table. If you get the average rating from the rating table, you can now go back and link it to the movies table to actually get those movies that are above the average rating. So calculate total average rating. We just say select AVG rating from the rating table, rather. Renting. No, renting. So this is the average rating. Then we need to get the movies that have ratings above the average. So now let movie IDs and calculate the average rating of movies with ratings above the average. So that's pretty simple. So that's what the movie ID. The movie ID from here. We need to calculate the average rating of the movie ID. Probably we're going to say from rating. So even the rating table exactly have a movie ID column. So rating from your average rating. So this subquery here, the nested query is from the rating table also. So from rating, where so where the average rating here. Let's copy that. Is greater than let's run that. I'm missing something. What's the point? Thinking. Hold up. You need to go by movie ID. That is a silly mistake there. Group by movie ID, yeah? Let's say group by. You have an aggregate function there. By movie ID. Then I have to say having plus having average rating greater than the average rating here. Greater than this, and then my code should work fine now. Aha. But I was sleeping there. I totally forgot movie ID is here, and an aggregate function is here. Then it's compulsory to bring in a group by. We are doing such calculation. If I submit that, we are good to go. Aha. So the final one. This is our select movie ID from renting, group by movie ID, having the average rating greater than the average rating from the renting table. Then the advertising team only want a list of movie titles. So we need to give them the movie titles. This instead of movie ID, we need to return the movie title that are greater than the average rating of 7 points. If I go back here now, if I run this query one at a time, this is our overall average rating from our database. These are the movie ID with rating greater than this average rating. Hold up, I didn't select everything very well. Let's select it one more time. This place. I need to close. Let me select the whole code then. I don't know why the code is not running one at a time. But this is the average rating. This is the overall average rating. The movie ID. This other query here is returning movie IDs that are above the overall average rating. That's greater than 7.9. Then we need the title of those movies. The advertising team only want a list of movie titles. So they report the movie titles of all movies with average rating higher than the total average. So since we have the movie ID, we can just say select for movie there. Select movie title, the title of the movie. Movie title from movies, definitely from movies. Where movie ID. And we bring the in clause in this movie ID here. So let's run the whole code. So we should only have the titles right now. These are our titles that we need to give to the advertising team. And that is all we need to do. That's pretty interesting. And boom, we got that. Wow. So there's nested query. It's quite different from correlated nested queries. Then we need to stop here for today. I'm kind of now enjoying doing it like this. So I'll just continue from here. So we learned something today. That's your goal. Learning little by little and compounding the knowledge over time. Also, so thanks for staying to the end of this live stream. If you found value in this live stream, on this video courses, or in this video lesson, and you want to continue learning with me, do well to hit the subscribe button to support the channel, and give this video a thumbs up, and put on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I go live on the next day, which is day 17. And also, do not forget to check out the course by my coach, Benga DBE, using the link in the YouTube description, the Freelance Clients Magnet course, which also teaches you how to become a successful freelancer like this and run a successful freelancing business for a very, very pretty long time. All right, have a wonderful day. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do share with me 1 or 2 tips that you've been learning all about SQL, or 1 or 2 things you've been learning about SQL so far. I would like to know. And I'll see you on day 70. Bye for now and have a wonderful rest of the day wherever you are. Peace out.